There's yet another bank switching deal that is launched here in the UK, and this is the return of an offer from Club Lloyds. There are 3 different Club Lloyds accounts you can go for, and you can get 175 quid by doing this. So I'll take you through everything you need to know. Now, there is more information, a full analysis over at becleverwithyourcash.com as well. So if you do want to read more about it, that is the place to go to. Right, so what can you get? As I said, it's 175 quid, which is pretty much the going rate for Lloyds over the last sort of few switch deals that are going on. So not too bad at all. And when you complete the switch, it's a pretty fast one as well, 3 working days. So you could get your money here within 2 or 3 weeks, potentially, depending on how quick you actually get that initial switch started. Now, this offer is open to both new and existing customers, but very importantly, if you have had the money before from Halifax or Lloyds, and not just Lloyds, but Halifax as well, since April 2020 for a switch deal, you won't be able to get this one. But if you haven't had it at all from either of those, then you can go for this one, no problem at all. So how do you get it? Well, you must open up a brand new Club Lloyds Silver or Club Lloyds Platinum current account. Now, the Silver and the Platinum ones basically have added insurance on them. Travel insurance, car breakdown, gadget insurance. They're actually going up in price as well from the 1st of July this year, I think. So they get a little bit more expensive. I personally, in terms of the Platinum one, if you're looking for a packaged bank account, they're going to be cheaper ones out there. The Silver one's still an interesting one to look at in terms of it's just European cover, but the extra pricing hike that's going up means you could just for a little bit more get worldwide cover. So on the whole, I'm thinking you're probably best to avoid those packaged accounts. The actual Club Lloyds account itself, though, this is a winner. I think it's one that's well worth taking advantage of if you haven't already, because you get something called a lifestyle benefit with this. This lifestyle benefit is a choice. It can be 6 cinema tickets, Odeon or View. It can be a year of Disney Plus, or it can be a magazine subscription. So all of those are kind of well worth taking advantage of. You can choose one of those, and that's a nice little extra on top of the bank switch deal. Regardless of what you do, the switch deal, this account will give you those. You also get access to a 6.25% paying regular saver account, which is not the best, but it's one of the best. And you definitely one with the largest monthly deposit of £400. So if you have 400 quid to put away every month, that will get you a nice amount after a year. It does come, this is separate to the switch in terms, it does come with a £3 fee every single month, but it's very, very easy to avoid this. All you need to do is add in £2,000 every single month. That does not need to be in one go. So you can put in 2 lots of 1,000, 4 lots of £500, you name it. It can go in, out, in, out. It can be the same amount of money in and out numerous times. Just has to be in a calendar month. And then once it's in there, it doesn't need to stay there either. So you can want to transfer it off elsewhere. That's absolutely fine. But that's the account itself. So open up brand new one of those. Now, if you are an existing customer who hasn't had switching money before and you want to take advantage of this, then the problem is you can't have more than one personal Club Lloyds account. So you're going to have to either downgrade your existing account to a standard standard Lloyds account, and then open up a brand new Club Lloyds account. You can do that one, but just bear in mind, if you do that, the existing lifestyle benefit that we just talked about, that will end. Not a problem because you can get another one when you open up the new account. That's not a problem. But the regular saver that I mentioned, that will also most likely close. And you cannot open up a new one of those until 12 months has passed since you last had one. So let's say you're 10 months into the year of having that regular saver. You close it down. You've got to wait another 2 months before you can open up another one. But if you've only had it for 2 months or 3 months, then you've got to wait another 9 or 10 months before you can open it. So it's something to be careful of, and just whether you're going to do that or not, whether it is worth it this time. To bear in mind, you potentially, if you've got the Club Lloyds account, could open up a Club Lloyds Silver account because it's a different account. I'm not 100% sure if you're allowed to do this, but you could give that a try and see what happens. Yes, you'll probably get charged for that first month, which will be, I think, £12 or £10 now. And then once you've got the payment, you've gone through all the other bits and pieces you have to do and got the payment, you could downgrade that to a normal Lloyds account. That is something that in the past has worked, so it's worth giving that a go. I'm just unsure whether you'll be able to get it, as I say, if you already have the Club Lloyds, whether you'll be able to get a Club Lloyds Silver as well, but you could give it a go before maybe going down that other option. But newbies, you just open up that Club Lloyds account or the other one if you want to. Really simple to do that. Now, you then need to switch. You need to switch from a different account at a different bank, okay, and switch it into this new account, which means, I'm sure you guys know already, it means you close down the old account. That's closed completely, so you won't be able to access it at all. This one can be from Halifax. It's just a Lloyds account you can't switch over. So any bank other than Lloyds, switch it into the new account that you've just got. Now, one thing that's changed since the offer ran earlier this year is you now need to switch 3 active direct debits from the old accounts. They need to be on the old account and paid out of the old account before the switch completes. Now, if you already have a current account sitting around, dummy one, ready to go with a couple of direct debits on, that's great. But this 3 means you're going to have to add an extra one on potentially, or you might have to add 3 if you haven't got any on there at all. Now, this offer, we've got a while for this one before it ends. So you've got time to set up any kind of direct debit you want, really. They can be paid out as long as it's in the old account before the switch finishes. But if you haven't got any, you want to start off, don't forget there is an article over on the website and also a video on here. In fact, I'll do an update of it pretty soon, actually, on the video version of some that you can set up relatively fast if you do need some extra ones to put in. But that is it. There's no other things you need to do. It's literally have those 3 direct debits and switch over and complete. And then so you'll get your money within 3 working days of that all completing. Now, as I said, you've got quite a while before this offer ends. So there's no immediate rush here. Potentially, you might be able to take advantage of a different switch deal first of all, and then go on to this. But ultimately, what you need to make sure you do is start the switch process before the 30th of July, 2024. So you can open the account, set up the direct debits on the old account that you've got if you need to, have them paid out of the old account, all of that before the switch actually needs to start, let alone complete. Although I would say in the past, Lloyds have been known to sometimes end these offers a little bit early. So maybe I would aim to kind of have everything in place if you can, at least starting that switch process by the start of July or the middle of July, just to be safe. Now, there's one more thing that I do want to talk about when it comes to this particular offer. And that's something I mentioned earlier on about you can't get this switch deal if you've had money from Lloyds or Halifax since April of 2020. Now, Halifax don't run bank switching offers that often anymore, okay? But when they have done them, particularly last year, they were higher value than the Lloyds one. So if you are eligible for this Lloyds offer, you will also be eligible for the Halifax offer if it returns this summer. And I kind of think it probably will come around August time, July, August. That's what happened last year. And if that is, there's no guarantee, right? There's no guarantee of this. It could be the same amount of this. It could be lower. But if it is higher and you're willing to wait around, and it might be a slightly more complicated switch, then that might be something to think about as well. You know, do you want £175 now? You're guaranteed, you know you're going to get it because it's relatively easy to get. Or do you want to wait and see if there's a better one coming from Halifax? Again, I can't promise you they will do anything at all. I can't promise you it'll be higher, but it's certainly something to think about. My name is Andy Webb. Don't forget more details of this and all the other bank switching deals right now over at becleverwithyourcash.com/banks. And you can also check out these videos here for more ways to make the most from switching.